Well, firstly, thank you so much for being a part of our event today. You did talk about the future, and I would like to ask you regarding automation. What would you say are the main challenges in the whole process of automation?
Thank you for inviting me, first of all. It was, as usual, a pleasure. Um, in terms of automations, what we see from at least our clients' perspective for the past few years is that they started projects, they implemented automation, they have good or bad average return on experience on it, and the big challenge for them now is how do you make it sustainable in time. So how do you maintain those boats? How do you control that they are still in use, fit for purpose, when you already have boats? When you are about to start a project, it's a bit different because you need to review what are the best use case, obviously, with the best return on investments and business case and all these things that our CFOs are actually discussing about right now. But the main aspect is to have a sustainable one. Okay, so when we start this kind of projects, that do you have something which is agile enough that you can master it, control it in time, and ensure that everyone in 5 years from now will understand what the boat is doing. Is it documented enough, for instance? Do you have a governance around it? So that's the main challenge, which after the hype of the technology are appearing for the business, people running the business and using these boats, either the outcomes, either producing from them. So that's from my perspective, one of the big challenges to address in the coming 2 to 3 years.
So finance is changing, financial departments are transforming, but people, are people ready for these changes? What kind of skills will they need in the future, and how do you see the departments working in the future?
So finance is a very traditional department, especially the accounting part, which is still prevalent. We presented last year in BusinessMark the, let's say, wish of the CFOs, finance leaders, and they were saying we want to go from protecting value, so accounting controls and compliance, mostly, to creating value. So how to use data and other technologies to actually support our decision makers and business. And there is a lot of technologies, and we mentioned data and analytics a bit earlier, that will help this one. And finance holds the data. Finance is the department where this data is so-called happening. But the accountant may not be the best person to do analytics. So that's definitely either someone who has an appetite for that, either coupling, let's say, business people, and when I say business, finance in this case, finance people, finance experts, with data scientists, data analysts that will actually work on models guided by someone with the accounting or finance experience, and they will actually work together until they find something relevant. There's no one better than a data analyst to analyze data, hence the name of the job, and there is no one better than an accountant to understand accounting. But we cannot expect someone to have both expertise. So you need to introduce some technical skills, and then you need to so by hiring, this is or using external providers, consultants, subcontractors. But you need also to train, upskill your people, your actual people, so the accountant, the treasurer, whoever, to actually understand what is this project about. You need to onboard them. You need to make them, okay, this is what data analysis is. You will have an expert next to you. Use it the best way possible. Because if they don't understand what these data analysts are doing, why they are doing what they are doing, then they will just think that it's an additional, tick the box exercise. I need to sit with the guy for 1 hour and it's over. No, it's more than that. You need actually to share and to learn from each other. And the data analyst cannot do it alone, the accountant neither. So that's where you need to bring a bit of knowledge. Train a bit of accounting to the data analyst if you're about accounting. put a bit of high-level accounting to the data analyst for him to understand what are the important things, and put a bit of data analysis for the accountant so that they understand what is possible with data analysis or data science at large. So that would be the model I would suggest after trying different models, to be honest, also, and seeing, trying myself and seeing also with my clients different models where we try to upskill people from scratch. Very complicated.